Many people plan to sleep early, but end up scrolling on their phone for much longer than expected. What's that? That's just 5 minutes. I will just watch the phone just 5 minutes. Can easily begin 1 or 2 hours. So the next morning, we wake up feeling tired, unfocused, and low in energy. This is a common habit. Lead our group to investigate one question: does screen time affect the sleep quality? In this presentation, our group will use statistics method to solve a real-life problem. The problem is we choose to relate it to the screen time and sleep quality. Many people use screen every day, especially before sleeping, but this habit may affect how long and how well they sleep. To study this issue, we use the secondary data from the published research and analysis during using our statistical comparison, percentage, related risk, and visual graph. Our goal is not only to describe the problem, but also to use statistics to suggest practical solutions. Our topic is does screen time affect sleep quality? This is a secondary data analysis, meaning we use public research data instead of collect our survey data. We choose this topic because screen time is part of everyday life, and many people use phone, laptop, tablet, or television before sleeping. Our goal is to use statistical method to understand whether higher screen time is linked to the poorer sleep quality. The problem was identified is that many people spend longer hours using digital screen every day. This became more serious when screens are used close to bedtime. Using screen at night might delay bedtime, reduce sleep duration, and affect sleep quality. Poor sleep can affect health, our mood, concentration, memory, and also our productivity. Because it's a common everyday problem, and our group wants to study it using statistics. Our research question is, does screen time affect sleep duration and sleep quality? Our hypothesis is that people with higher screen time are more likely to have shorter sleep duration and poor sleep quality. In this study, screen time is independent variable because it's the further we are studying, and sleep duration and sleep quality are dependent variable because they are outcomes that may affect by the screen time. Because we have limited time to collect our own data, our group used secondary data from the public research. Our main research is from the 2020 study and the other researcher about screen use, sleep duration, and sleep quality among 15 years old. The original study used cohort data, meaning the participants were part of the research sample and that was studied by the researcher. Our group did not collect the data directly. Instead, we analyzed and present the published data results using the statistical method. One important finding of the study is that the adolescents with 9 or more hours screen time per day were 60% more likely to report bad sleep compared to those who had less screen time per day. Since this is a secondary data, we did not control the sample ourselves, but we used the study results for comparison and interpretation. For our analysis, we used descriptive statistics, percentage comparison, relative risk, and comparative analysis. Descriptive statistics help us summarize the screen time group and sleep outcome. Percentage comparison help us compare the risk of bad sleep between low and high screen time users. Relative risk help us explain how much higher the risk was for the high screen time group compared to the reference group. Comparative analysis helps us compare different screen time groups and identify patterns in sleep quality and sleep duration.
These slides present two graphs. The first graph shows the relative risk of bad sleep. The low screen time group is used as the reference group at 100%, while the 9 or more hours group has a relative risk of 160%. This means they were 60% more likely to report bad sleep. The second graph shows the sleep duration pattern. The low screen time group has the best sleep duration score, while the highest screen time group has the lowest score. Therefore, both graphs suggest the same pattern. Higher screen time is associated with poor sleep quality and shorter sleep duration. Timing is also important. Screen time does not only depend on the total number of hours used during the day. Using screens while already in bed may be especially harmful to sleep. A 2024 study published in JAMA Pediatrics found that screen use in bed was associated with less sleep among youth. Interactive screen activities such as gaming and multitasking were especially linked with reduced sleep. This supports the idea that reducing screen use before bedtime may help improve sleep quality. From the data, our group found three main points. First, high screen time is linked with poor sleep quality. Second, people with 9 or more hours of daily screen time have a higher risk of bad sleep. Third, screen use in bed may reduce total sleep duration, especially when screen activity is interactive, such as gaming, social media, or multitasking. However, it is important to understand that this shows an association, not definite causation. Screen time may be linked to poor sleep, but it may not be the only cause. Other factors such as stress, caffeine, exercise, mental health, and lifestyle can also affect sleep. Based on these findings, our group suggests several practical solutions. First, people should reduce screen time up to 30 to 60 minutes before sleeping. Second, people should keep their phones away from the bed to best avoid scrolling at night. Third, turning on the not disturb mode can reduce notification and distractions. Fourth, setting app limits can help reduce excessive screen time. Finally, having a regular sleeping and waking schedule can improve sleep habits. These solutions are realistic because they do not ask people to completely stop using technology. They only encourage better screen habits, especially before bedtime. To make our solution easier to follow, our group designed a simple 7-day digital sleep challenge. For 7 days, people should avoid using their phone 30 minutes before sleep. They should keep their phone away from bed and turn do not disturb mode at night. They should also avoid gaming, social media, or multitasking while already in bed. Every morning, they can rate their sleep quality from 1 to 5. This challenge helps people become more aware of the screen habits and how those habits may affect their sleep quality. It is simple, practical, and easy to try. There are some limitations in our project. First, we use secondary data, so we do not collect our own responses. Second, we do not control the sample or the data collection process. Third, the main study focused on adolescents, so the result may not represent all age groups. Also, sleep quality can be affected by many other factors such as stress, caffeine intake, exercise, and mental health and lifestyle. For future work, our group would collect primary data through the survey. We would include people from different age groups and collect information about screen time, sleep hours, caffeine intake, stress level, exercises, and bedtime routine. We could also use sleep tracking apps or smartwatch to make the data more accurate. In conclusion, our secondary data analysis showed that higher screen time is associated with poorer sleep quality. The data also suggests that screen use in bed may reduce sleep duration. Although screen time may not be the only cause of poor sleep, reducing screen use before bedtime is a simple and practical solution. Our final message is better screen habits can lead to a better sleep. Thank you very much. These are the references we use for our secondary data analysis. Thank you for watching our presentation.